How's it going, everyone? Right now, Lay's is running a contest searching for the next great potato chip flavor. In Canada, our 4 final flavors, say that 5 times fast. We have bacon poutine, cinnamon bun, jalapeno mac and cheese, and tzatziki. So the first thing I know is that all these flavors are hard to spell. Presumably, flavors like broccoli, zucchini, lasagna, and pierogi didn't quite make it to the finals. Probably because they couldn't fit all the spellings of pierogi on one bag. Up first is bacon poutine, the internet's favorite food combined with Canada's second favorite food. I want to note that the bacon on the cover of these Canadian chips isn't Canadian bacon, this is American bacon. You know when you fry bacon and the smell is so strong that every man, woman, and dog in the neighborhood comes running over? These chips are nothing like that. I don't know what I expected. Why I expected anything different. This is actually really disappointing. These taste nothing like bacon. It's just generic bacon flavoring, like how grape flavored medicine tastes nothing like grape. And these don't taste like poutine either. Poutine is french fries, gravy, and cheese curds. These have no french fry taste, no gravy taste, and no cheese curd taste. I guess these chips are made of potatoes, so that's almost like french fries. There's no poutine taste here, just bacon. I need to wash the taste out of my mouth. Bacon poutine chips are so incredibly bad. I wrote a haiku. I feel like I'm being too hard on these chips, like I'm bullying them. I feel bad for whoever suggested this flavor, because it was such a good idea, but it was executed so poorly. They certainly don't bring home the bacon. Just based on these, I'm not really looking forward to trying the rest of the flavors. Up next, cinnamon buns. Cinnamon buns could be fun, if done with more attention to an accurate flavor than the poutine bacon. These ones definitely have a smell. They smell like cinnamon buns. I don't know why the bacon poutine couldn't get the smell right. These ones actually smell really good. The last ones just stunk. Let's see if they taste as good as they smell. These are really good. These are really good. Lay's absolutely nailed the flavoring on these chips. There's a cinnamon taste with a hint of icing on top, but no hidden raisin taste, which is the worst thing about cinnamon buns. There are 3 places raisins should never be. Cinnamon buns, mixed in with Halloween candy, hiding in cookies making you think you're about to get chocolate chips. Fortunately, there's no raisins here. So yeah, they definitely paid more attention to the cinnamon than the poutine bacon. One of the best things about these chips is the taste. Duh. But since most chips are quite salty, the sweetness from the icing is a nice surprise for your taste buds. I've noticed most surprise tastes in my mouth are bad. They leave a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm sweet on these chips. I could take them out on a date and whisper sweet nothings to them. I want to eat you. I'd even call back the next day. Since I'm done with cinnamon bun, let's move on. Say cheese! Up next, we have jalapeno mac and cheese. This was definitely a good choice, with mac and cheese being the #1 food of Canada. I see these chips going one of 2 ways. In Canada, Kraft Dinner is so popular, I think I've only had mac and cheese with real cheese in it once. So if they try to emulate the taste of real cheese, these could be really disappointing. But if they use a Kraft Dinner style of powdered cheese, these could be really fantastic. They could even just go to a store, take the cheese powder out of a bag of Kraft Dinner, and dump it into a bag of chips. Although that would suck for someone who buys a box and has to eat just plain elbow macaroni. I'm curious about why they added the jalapeno though. They're such different flavors, they might as well have been chalk and cheese flavored. But without further ado, let's get all up in these jalapeno mac and cheese. What do you think? So it doesn't smell like real cheese or cheese powder, it just smells like Cheese Whiz. You'll also notice these chips are wavy, unlike the last 2 flavors. I thought they would have made the bacon poutine chips wavy, like wavy bacon. These are pretty good, but the jalapeno taste isn't very strong. So I'm wondering again why they went with jalapeno mac and cheese instead of some other mac and cheese recipe. Maybe cut up hot dogs. Or put the powdered cheese in the bag of ketchup chips. Or they could have just stuck with the bacon mac and cheese flavor they have in the States right now. I've just never heard of jalapeno and mac and cheese being together. Apparently, Google has heard of jalapeno and mac and cheese being together before. About 1 million times. And honestly, that doesn't surprise me. You could probably put anything in mac and cheese and it would taste good. A chopped up hamburger, leftover pizza, a second helping of mac and cheese. I'd probably even try crumbled up cupcake on my macaroni. So yeah, I'm not surprised that so many people eat jalapeno with their mac and cheese. But if they're gonna try for this flavor, then they need to up the spiciness. I will say, however, that they have a very cheesy taste. Even cheesier than this. I think the reason they added the jalapeno was because the mac and cheese was too bland by itself, and they wanted to spice it up. But before I move on to the next flavor, I want to make one quick side note. Someone should make a wine called Mac, so you can have mac and cheese. Last, and hopefully not least, we have tzatziki chips. Tzatziki's made from yogurt, with cucumber, garlic, salt, and olive oil. Right off the bat, I'm skeptical about anything involving yogurt. Yogurt is basically spoiled milk that hopefully has some mold scooped out of it. Combining that with a chip that I haven't kept in my refrigerator isn't my idea of a great snack. Even forgetting about the yogurt, I've never wanted a combination of cucumber and potato chip before. On the other hand, this is basically a pre-dipped chip though. That saves you the risk of anyone double dipping. And I've had tzatziki plenty of times before, and I've always enjoyed it. And the cucumber is cool, but I still can't imagine the flavors together. So, is the tzatziki good? Tzatziki! I think the yogurt went bad. I really don't want to try these chips. These smell really bad, if you didn't get that. This is quite the pickle. Cucumber works as a cure for bad breath, but apparently not for other bad smells. These smell like an onion in a sock. Well, let's get this over with. That's so gross. They taste a little fishy. Fishy in the sense of a literal fish, which isn't a bad taste. Unless it's in a bag of chips, because that was gross. They remind me of a pack of mints I bought a while ago. Back during the big zombie craze, I bought a pack of mints that allegedly tasted like rotten flesh. I say allegedly because I wimped out and never tried them. But I got them because even if I didn't like them, there's something I would have wanted to try once. That's how I feel about these chips. They're exactly like rotting flesh, something I want to try once and never again. On the other hand, there's a time and a place for everything. There's probably some time where these chips would be really appropriate. If you're having fish and chips and want to use potato chips. If you've been stuck in the middle of the ocean for several years and are trying to slowly adjust your palate to normal foods. Or to use in place of smelling salt. In order to be fair to the bacon poutine chips, I have a haiku for the tzatziki chips as well. These chips would be good, if you ever needed to, induce vomiting. The biggest disappointment I had is that I didn't know about the contest until it was too late to submit a flavor. Actually, scratch that. My biggest disappointment was the bacon poutine. But a close second was that I couldn't submit a flavor. I would have liked to see more Canadian type flavors. Something like Nanaimo bars, maple syrup, or butter tarts. After everything though, I have to say my favorite flavor was... cinnamon bun flavor! As if that wasn't obvious. The cinnamon bun chips did an incredible job of mimicking the taste of actual cinnamon buns, and were all around enjoyable to eat. Jalapeno mac and cheese was a close second, also tasting like it was supposed to, minus the spiciness. Third place goes to bacon poutine. This was a really good idea and I'm really disappointed how it turned out. And fourth is tzatziki, which would feel out of place in my snack cupboard, like a fish out of water. If my review inspires you to try any of these new flavors, or if you already have, be sure to go to dousaflavor.ca and vote for your favorite one. That's Flavour with a U, as in you should not bother buying the tzatziki ones. The polls are open till October 15th. If you aren't going to be trying any of these new flavors, leave a comment down below saying what food you would like turned into chips, and be sure to like and subscribe.